guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you a talking style kind of how-to video, and these are the 10 things I wish I had known before entering college, the 10 things I learned from college. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title it. These are just 10 tips that I learned from my college experience, and I really wanted to pass them along to you guys. Quick little tidbit, yes, Max is grooming himself. I'm sorry if that's distracting. Hopefully he will stop soon. You having fun? Huh? Number 2, I am filming in a different area, I guess. I'm sitting where I normally would be sitting, but instead of the camera being over there, it's over here. It was just really bright in my room today, and the exposure was making me look really washed out from that angle, so I am sitting here. I do like the angle, so tell me what you guys think. Just quickly, all I want to say is that this is my 4th year of school right now, and I have gone to 2 schools. I was a transfer student from one school to the other. I transferred for a couple reasons, but mainly because the major that I decided I wanted to pursue wasn't available at my first school. So just keep that in mind, take it with a grain of salt. Everyone's college experience will be different. This was mine, it will be different from yours, but I do think these tips are universal and they probably will help you out. So without further ado, let's get into the video. My number 1 tip is learn how to manage your time. This is very important because when you come from high school to college, your time is structured a lot differently. In high school, you know, you go to school from I think 7 to 2 or 7 to 3 or whatever it is. You have classes lined up and you have to be there all day. In college, it's a lot different because you can pick your schedule and you are in class for less time. There's also the temptation of going to parties and not going to class and just sleeping and watching Netflix. So it is very important to manage your time, and I would say definitely split your time between fun things and schoolwork. My first semester of college, I became very, not overwhelmed, but I became kind of, not lazy. I don't know, I don't want to call myself lazy, but I wasn't motivated. That's the word that I was looking for. I didn't really go to class as much as I should have, and my grades definitely suffered my first semester. Some helpful tips I have for time management is to make lists of things that you have to get done. I'm very much a list maker, so it really helps me to make a list and, you know, see what I have to get done and just everything like that. I'm a visual person, so making lists really helped me. Well, Max has left and I am very sad about it. Anyways, moving on, sorry. The next helpful thing I have for time management is to break down your projects and take them off in bite-sized chunks. And the third thing I have to say is really just to study, and this will help you become not so overwhelmed. If you do miss a class or something, you know, it's helpful to study and just keep up with your notes and things like that. Number 2, and this is especially relevant to me now that I have been a transfer student, is to go speak to your counselor. Your counselors are there to help you, and they're there to provide information, you know, for classes and things like that, basically just to help you along your collegiate journey. And I speak to my counselor all the time. I'm pretty sure I've spoken to her twice this semester so far. They're just a really helpful resource, and they can help you with a lot of university things. I definitely recommend going to speak to your counselor. My third tip is to save money. When you're coming into your freshman year of college, it's a big change, and it's hard, I think, and at least in my opinion, it was hard to budget because I didn't have a job my freshman year. So I was just kind of on my own, and my parents did give me an allowance, kind of a budget, but I definitely breezed through my money very quickly. It's very easy to get in the trap of buying food a lot, or, you know, going to bars and spending all your money at bars. So just really be mindful of what you're spending your money on and keep an eye on it. Number 4, and this is just kind of a quick tip, but it is to use ratemyprofessor.com, especially if you're going to a bigger school. I attend a university now that is a very large school. I think there's like 30,000 kids that go there, and it's really helpful because if you are taking a basic level class, like a government class or something like that, there will be multiple professors that teach that entry-level class, and some of them are much better than others. So Rate My Professor is just a website that really helps you guys see how other students liked the professor that is teaching your class. They have a rating, obviously, I think it's 1 to 5, and it just really helps you because it will see how their teaching style is and everything like that. It's good to not get stuck in a class that you do not like the professor or you don't like his teaching style. Definitely recommend that website. Number 5 is to go to class, and I know that's probably not what everyone wants to hear, but it is very helpful to go to class. My tip is a little bit different, I feel like, than some other people who make this college advice video, and that is to take a day or 2 off. And I know that sounds kind of counterproductive, but for me, I found it very hard to go to class 100% of the time, which I know is kind of bad to say, but I'm human and I'm just being honest and real with you guys. So what I really like to do is take a day off when you know that you're caught up with all your schoolwork and you won't be missing so much. I know this sounds kind of like naughty and counterintuitive, but you are given 3 absences generally in most classes before your letter grade starts to drop. I will normally take a day or 2, probably just like a day in a semester, and just kind of relax and not go to class and catch up on any schoolwork that you might be missing. Just for me, I find that if I designate like a holiday day for me, I will be less inclined to skip classes because I know that I will be designating a day to relax and catch up and just kind of calm down. So I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's just my style of learning. It's really hard for me to go all the time, so I noticed that if I designated a day for myself where I could skip class and just relax, then I would be much more inclined to learn and go to all of my other classes. Tip number 6 is to learn something new and take classes that you find interesting even though they might not pertain to your major. I know that might be kind of counterintuitive to some people because college is very expensive and you are paying a lot of money for your education, but you're also there to learn, and there are so many classes, there's just a plethora of classes that are offered, and I think that you should take advantage of that and take as many classes as you would like to take, as many classes as you find interesting. You're only in college once, and I really do think that you should take advantage of the just great learning environment and everything like that. And if you take classes that you really enjoy or that you think you will enjoy taking, your grades are definitely going to be high because you're enjoying learning in the class. Number 7 is to get into a studying groove or a studying habit. Now for me, in my freshman year in my dorm, we had a blackout curtain and it was always very comfy, inviting, and dark in my dorm room, so I definitely didn't study as well as I could have. Sometimes I would go to my suite mate's room, or I would go to our study rooms in our dorms, or the library. The library is also a very great resource. Once you find a place where you are less likely to goof off and more likely to study, your grades will really improve. I just really recommend finding a special study spot where you know you will be very studious and quiet. 2 little tips that go with that is to study between classes sometimes if you're on campus. I am a commuter, so I have classes from this time to this time and I have to be on campus for the whole duration of that period. And sometimes I do have gaps between classes, so I'll go to the library and study, which I really recommend just studying between classes because you're already there to learn, so it just helps to get all your studying out of the way. And my other little tip is to play soft music if you're finding you're getting distracted, you know, by other people talking or something like that. Just soft, quiet music that really lets you study and concentrate on what you're doing. Number 8 is to get involved. College is a large place. Even if you're going to a small school, there's a bunch of kids there. And it can feel overwhelming sometimes when you are trying to make friends and just find your groove and your niche and everything like that. I really do recommend to get involved with your school and your campus life. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be Greek life. You can just join a club that you like or play a sport. There are so many options for you to get involved in your campus, and really it will help you to make friends and just feel very at home at your school. My 9th tip has to do with avoiding the freshman 15, which is a real thing. I really do feel like I gained at least 10. I don't know if I gained a 15, but I got a freshman 10. And this was because I was just on my own. I really enjoyed going to the vending machines a lot. I wasn't very good with working out and taking care of my body like I should be, so as a result I did gain a little bit of weight. And this is just general health, not necessarily avoiding gaining weight, but just being happy and healthy with yourself. I do recommend, you know, working out, trying to eat well and drink a lot of water, just be hydrated and take care of your body. Freshman year, you're gonna go to a lot of parties and you're gonna get really drunk. Your body gets very dehydrated after partying and everything. That will really take a toll on your health, so just make sure to, you know, go to the gym every once in a while, go for a walk, drink a lot of water, and be good to your body. And my last tip, number 10, it is okay to not be okay. What I mean by this is that high school to college is definitely a very big transition, and you're gonna grow and change a lot through your college experience. It's okay to be homesick or, you know, miss your old friends or miss your family, because all of those things are natural. It is a big transition in your life, and it's okay to, you know, not want to go to parties all the time and just want to sit and just relax by yourself. Sometimes it's very normal to wish that you had a different group of friends or you had someone to go out with on the weekends, because college, like I said, is a very big place. You have a lot of people milling around, and sometimes it is hard to find your niche. If you're feeling down, I would recommend maybe taking a trip back home, seeing your family, or finding something that you really enjoy doing and focus on that during your college experience when you might be feeling a little depressed or, you know, just down. So that is it, guys. Those are my 10 tips for surviving college, 10 tips I learned from college, college, 10 tips I wish I knew before starting college. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me know if you guys liked it. If you have any tips for upcoming freshmen or just people in general going to college, please leave them down in the comments. I'd really love to read them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!